Back squat 1 1/4. The back squat is the king of lower body exercises. It's a fantastic exercise for building strength, improving body composition and core strength, and maintaining healthy hips, knees and ankles. If you're having trouble squatting, watch my video on back squat progressions. The 1 1/4 back squat is an excellent back squat variation that builds strength and power in the bottom 1/4 of the back squat. Here's how it works. Start by setting a bar in the rack just below shoulder height. Position yourself in the middle of the bar as you grip the bar with both hands. The grip width will depend on your shoulder flexibility. Duck under the bar and walk your feet forward to be under the bar. Place the bar on your shoulders and upper traps. Next, actively pull down on the bar as if you're trying to bend the bar across your back. Your elbows should be pointing down towards the floor and slightly back. You want to feel that your lats and back muscles are contracting as you pull down on the bar. This is going to increase tension in your body and help to improve your squatting form. Now, unrack the bar and take a few steps away from the rack. Foot placement is an individual preference that depends on your flexibility, strength, and limb length. Some people place their feet hip width apart, while others prefer shoulder width. Some people like to keep their feet pointing forward, and others like to have a 10 to 35 degree turnout. You must experiment with your squat stance and find what works best for you. Here, I'm elevating my heels slightly as it improves the bottom position of my squat when I'm squatting barefoot. You can also experiment with elevating your heels, wearing shoes, or squatting barefoot. Explore what works best for you. From here, stand up straight and set a posterior pelvic tilt, PPT, by contracting your glutes and tucking your tailbone between your legs. When squatting, breathe in through the nose and focus on expanding your midline 360 degrees. If you were wearing a belt, imagine trying to push your stomach into the belt through all 360 degrees. It's best to take a nice deep belly breath at the top of the squat and then hold your breath as you squat down. Hold your breath while performing the 1/4 rep, and then as you start to come back up to the top, slowly exhale through the mouth as if you're blowing up a balloon. Once you've taken a deep belly breath, initiate the squat by bending the knees and pushing them forward over the toes. Aim to keep the weight balanced between the heels and the balls of the feet as you perform the squat. I like to focus on 3 points of contact here: the heel of the foot, the knuckle of the big toe, and the knuckle of the pinky toe. Aim to balance the weight from front to back on the foot and between the left and right foot. At no point during the squat should your heels lift off the floor or the elevated surface. If this happens, you may need to increase the heel elevation so you can squat deep and keep your heels connected to the elevated surface. Continue to pull down on the bar with your arms as you flex your ankles, knees and hips to squat as low as possible. Arse to the grass if you can. Squat as low as you can go while keeping the torso as upright as possible. The angle of the torso will depend on your torso and limb length. Once you reach the bottom of the squat, reverse the movement by contracting your quads to extend the knees, contracting your glutes to extend the hips to stand up 1/4 of the way. Thighs slightly above parallel point. Then return to the bottom of the squat before extending the knees and hips to stand up straight and recreate the PPT. As you stand up, remember to exhale. During the squat, your knees should travel in line with the toes. If you like to turn your feet out, the knees must travel to the sides towards the toes. If you like to squat with your feet pointing forward, the knees must travel forward and in line with the toes. We want to limit the knees from collapsing inwards during the squat. When the weight gets heavy, this will naturally happen, but we want to do our best to limit it. 1 1/4 squats are an exercise that can be used for high reps and light weights, low reps and heavy weights, and everything in between. Allow your form to dictate the load and not the other way around. Give it a try and see how you go. If you've got questions, please leave them in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.